Hello guys, welcome back to Beyond the Realms, and today I'm going to be reviewing the latest biopic to come out, and this one is just simply entitled Hitchcock. I don't think you really need any explanation besides that, but the thing is, I'd planned on going to see The Hobbit. That was actually the original film I was going to go watch last night. But I got to looking on Fandango, and I saw Hitchcock on there, and that it was playing like 5 theaters around me, and I was like, holy crap. I mean, I don't know what I heard. I obviously heard some misinformation, but I didn't think this film even came out till February, so I was pleasantly surprised when I saw it playing. So I talked to Selena, we decided to go see it last night, and guys, what a film this is. And I'm kind of surprised how many people hasn't heard about this yet, because Anthony Hopkins, of course, plays Hitchcock, and the picture of him as Hitchcock floated around the internet quite a bit when it first came out and got quite a bit of buzz. But there's actually a lot of people that don't even know anything about this film being out. So this is basically telling the story of Hitchcock's life with his wife Alma Reville during the making of Psycho. And the movie starts out, it shows Ed Gein killing his brother, and Ed Gein is played by Michael Wincott, which many of you may remember him from the movie The Crow. He plays the head bad guy in The Crow with the long hair. But yeah, he shows up as Ed Gein, fantastic as Ed Gein. It shows Ed Gein kill his brother, and then it cuts over to Hitchcock. It's supposed to be like a Hitchcock Presents type thing. Very, very cool how they do this. And then it goes to, Hitchcock's trying to figure out, what his next film's going to be. North by Northwest just came out. It's a big hit, a big success. And, during the premiere, somebody questions him, says, Hitchcock, you've had a good run, but you're 60 years old, isn't it time to move on? And he really takes offense to that, so he really wants to up his game. He wants to find a story that he, where he can transform yet again and, bring in something new yet again, which he's done his whole career. And he ends up coming across the story Psycho, and he's just totally mesmerized and becomes completely obsessed with the story. And all this time throughout, him doing this stuff, he's like getting visitations in his mind from Ed Gein. And it's really cool. He shows up in his room, or he'll walk in somewhere and Ed Gein will be there and he'll start talking to him. And of course it's, it's all in his head, but it's really awesome how they play this into the story. And, Hitchcock runs into a lot of resistance from Paramount Pictures. Nobody wants to do this. Everybody thinks that it is a complete mistake. Everybody except, of course, for his wife, Alma. There's a point where Hitchcock comes up to her and he says, I have an idea. How about I kill the leading lady halfway through the story? And he's kind of nervous to tell her, or kind of because what her reaction may be. And she sits there for a second. She goes, I don't think you should kill her halfway through it. I think you should kill her 30 minutes into it. And Hitchcock's kind of, And, but, they develop the story. And all along, Alma is working with Whitfield Cook, played by Danny Huston. Whitfield is trying to make a screenplay, and Alma is helping him. And she, this is her way of stepping out of just doing Hitchcock stuff, because she's helped Hitchcock, Alfred, his whole career. And so she's doing this, and all along, Alfred starts to wonder if she's having an affair with him. And it becomes very intense, and they have a big blow-up moment over that. But as you see, Alma is just very committed to Alfred. And, they do show some stuff in this with, the making of Psycho. Scarlett Johansson, of course, plays Janet Leigh. She does really, really good. And the one that really surprised me here, let me find his name, James Darcy, that plays Anthony Perkins. There's only a really short scene that they really use him in. It's where he comes in, he has a sit-down interview with Hitchcock in Hitchcock's office. And I tell you, this guy has Anthony Perkins down to a T. Every single movement, smile, tick, everything. I mean, I was totally amazed at how much this guy was like Anthony Perkins. I mean, he should definitely be a front runner if they ever do a biopic of Anthony Perkins, because he did excellent. But it shows that it shows it shows stuff with the shower scene, and then Vera Miles, which that's a much known story, how she had a falling out with Hitchcock. She was supposed to have been in Vertigo, had a baby, and there was some bad blood there, so she got in Psycho because it was her last picture under contract with him. And she's played by Jessica Biel. Jessica Biel did really good in this part, and but yeah, they show some of the stuff with Psycho. They show the shower scene being filmed. They show the scene where she's in the car and she's hearing the voices, and some people may not know this, but Hitchcock was actually saying all the stuff to Janet Leigh as that was being filmed, and they went in and did the voiceovers later on with the other characters in the film. But it shows that, and it's really cool because it's a very intense moment, not only for the filming of the movie Psycho, but also in Hitchcock's life. And but ultimately, this film, what it boils down to is it is ultimately a love story of Alfred Hitchcock and Alma Reville. I mean, it really is. And Helen Mirren does awesome as Alma. She is really, really good. I think if anybody from this film is going to get Oscar recognition, it would be her. I mean, she is really, really good. And, just very loyal to Alfred to a hilt, So, yeah, it's mostly about them. You've got Psycho all throughout the story and everything that they go through trying to get this movie put out, and it's something, man. I mean, it really is something to see. And also, you see that that Alfred really put a lot of his own personal life into Psycho. Certain things he was doing, certain things that he was seeing and feeling, he put these into Psycho. And you'll see, I'm not going to spoil any of them, but you will definitely see that. But I guess last but not least, how was Anthony Hopkins as Alfred Hitchcock? He was great. I thought he was very good. It's kind of weird because, he has the fat suit on, they have his face built up to look like Hitchcock. And at times he really does, and then there's other times you see him and it's like, oh, hold on, Anthony Hopkins is putting on a lot of weight. It looks too much like him at times, but he did very good. He had Hitchcock down, he had the voice down, he had the slow, methodical talking, that Alfred was known to do, and just his mouth movements and stuff. I mean, he had all of that stuff down very, very good. I thought he did excellent in the role. And guys, this is just a really, really good biopic film. It's great. You just can't go into it expecting it to be only about the making of Psycho. I think the trailer's a little misleading on that because they show so much of it. You think the whole film's going to revolve around the making of Psycho. And like I said, it's there throughout the film from beginning to end, but the main focus is the love story there, and it's great. I mean, it's really great to see. And, I think that a lot of people are going to really enjoy this film. The best biopic film, in my opinion, is Ed Wood. This film isn't quite that good, but guys, it is excellent, though. And I think it's the type of film that the more you see it, the more you watch it, the more you're going to enjoy. That's what I really get out of this Alfred Hitchcock film. Guys, right now, I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. I highly recommend it. It's on a limited run right now. And, I think that people that's only seen even Psycho of Hitchcock, if you only know one film of Psycho, like one film of Psycho, if you only know one film of Hitchcock and only like one film of his, you're going to probably enjoy this biopic. You don't have to know a bunch of stuff about Hitchcock. It's kind of weird. I'm just starting to get into him heavily, and I'm learning a little bit more about him. And, I really liked it a lot. They referenced some of his older films in this and mentioned some of them. And actually some ones that I've just watched, so that was really cool to see. So yeah, guys, Hitchcock is out now, and I just couldn't recommend it more. So yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. I will talk to you soon. Later.